What's going on, everybody? Shonen Express here, delivering to you my weekly special delivery. This time, it is my top 10 One Piece Jolly Rodgers. Starting us off at number 10 is the Jolly Roger that everybody probably knows the most, and that is going to be the Straw Hat Jolly Roger. The reason I had this on the list is because it's super iconic. This Jolly Roger, when you look at it, it makes you feel that sense of family. If you've seen the show. If you haven't seen the show, it probably doesn't make you feel that. You're just like, oh, it's a Jolly Roger with a hat on. But for those of us who have seen One Piece, and all of you should watch One Piece. If you haven't, not really sure why you're still on this video, but thanks for watching. Definitely go watch One Piece. But this Jolly Roger gives us that feeling of friendship and camaraderie. That's why it made it to number 10 on my list. Coming in at number 9 is the Jolly Roger of Baroque Works. This is primarily here because I think this Jolly Roger looks really cool. I love the wings. I like that there's two swords instead of the crossbones. I really think it's a cool Jolly Roger. The only reason that this isn't higher on the list is because I'm not exactly sure of the deeper meaning. I've never really understood why this is Baroque Works Jolly Roger, but again, I think it looks really cool, and that's why I gave it the spot here at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is the Jolly Roger of the Don Quixote Pirates. I love this kind of Jolly Roger, the circle with the smiley, and we'll see that as we go through this list. This is one of my favorite aesthetic-looking Jolly Rogers. I like this one specifically. I like that it's got that cross through the middle of it. I like that because he's known as Joker in the underworld, it gives like kind of a nod to that. And we got to see this Jolly Roger super early in the manga of One Piece. I really like that we got to see it and we so early. But I think it looks really cool. I like this style of Jolly Roger, and that's why I made it to number 8. Number 7 is the Jolly Roger for the Heart Pirates. Again, like I just said, I love this style of Jolly Roger. This one specifically I think is really cool. I like the lines that kind of form around this Jolly Roger, and I love that smiley face, as I said before. I just think that this looks really cool, and that's why it made my list here at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is the Jolly Roger of the Hawkins Pirates. Now, this is where we start to get into Jolly Rogers that their meaning is why I think that they're really cool. So, first of all, we see the face of Basil Hawkins himself as, you know, when he transforms with his Devil Fruit ability. We see him there. Obviously, that's a reference to who is the captain of the Hawkins Pirates. And we see the two needles going in, signifying the voodoo doll stuff. But what I found most interesting is the German cross in the background. German crosses are most associated with exorcists or exorcisms, or the Nazi Party. But I think in this case, it's probably more dealing with the exorcist part, giving kind of a hint to the supernatural, almost voodoo, shamanistic powers of Hawkins himself, and probably of the whole feel of the Hawkins Pirates. So that's why I like this Jolly Roger. I think it's really neat, and I think it's awesome that they put that German cross in the background. Coming in at number 5 is the Jolly Roger for the Usopp Pirates. Now, the Jolly Roger for the Barto Club looks very similar to this, but the reason why I picked the Usopp Pirates is because of its meaning specifically to the Usopp Pirates. This is a kind of rough rendering of that very famous painting of the screaming guy, as well as the scream masks that you see on Halloween and from the movie Scream. But I think that why it looks like this is because of who Usopp is. Usopp is a scaredy cat. He's always scared of everything, and so he made his Jolly Roger look like the Scream face. That, to me, is really unique. I think Oda was a genius in designing that. I'm not quite sure why it's like that for the Barto Club, but for the Usopp Pirates, it makes total sense, and that's why it made it to number 5. Number 4 is the Jolly Roger of the Big Mom Pirates. First of all, we see with the lips that the captain is obviously a female. We can see it looks like a female Jolly Roger. The pink surrounding it, I figure is an allusion to the candy. Being the main theme of Big Mom's crew is candy and sweets in general. And we see the tree and the winds going on around it, giving an allusion to the homies that Big Mom has created. I really think that there's a lot in this Jolly Roger and a lot to dissect and look at, and I think it's very unique compared to other Jolly Rogers in the One Piece series. That's why I put it up here at number 4. Coming in fittingly at number 3 is the Jolly Roger for the Blackbeard Pirates. This Jolly Roger, I'm sure, will have meaning. Why does it have 3 skulls? This is a huge question. Does it have something to do with the genetics of Blackbeard, like Marco said? There's so many questions surrounding this Jolly Roger. Because of that, I think this Jolly Roger is amazing. And it looks really amazing, too. I really want to know what is the meaning behind the 3 heads. But until we find out, we just get to look at this cool Jolly Roger. But that's why it made it to number 3. Coming in at number 2 is the Jolly Roger for the Krieg Pirates. For such a low-level pirate crew, I mean, he was the biggest pirate in East Blue. But for such a, kind of weaker enemy, to have such an awesome flag, an awesome intimidating flag is amazing to me. First of all, we see that this flag has got a picture of Krieg, the Jolly Roger itself, the skull is kind of like a Krieg gorilla-shaped kind of head. But then the hourglasses is what's so cool because your time is up. That is an amazing concept for a pirate flag, and it is amazingly intimidating. It's a perfect meaning behind a pirate flag, and that's why it gets number 2. It's only beaten out by number 1. And that number 1 Jolly Roger is the Jolly Roger of the Sun Pirates. Now, this at first seems like a very simple Jolly Roger. In fact, it doesn't even look like a Jolly Roger. It's just a picture of a sun. But even though it's just a picture of the sun, the meaning behind this Jolly Roger is incredible. First of all, the sun symbolizes freedom. And there's a lot of great videos, but specifically I believe Mr. Morge had a great video about how the Straw Hat Pirates themselves exemplify the sun and how the sun exemplifies freedom. So I definitely encourage you to check that out. His videos are awesome. I'd encourage you to check out his channel. Mr. Morge is great. But so the sun being the symbol of the Sun Pirates is already symbolizing freedom, and Fisher Tiger used it to cover the marks of the Celestial Dragons, to cover those slave marks. He made this different tattoo, this different, I believe it's actually a brand, so that it would cover their slave branding, further exemplifying freedom. And in a story like One Piece, there is not a theme closer to the theme of the whole show than freedom, and that's why I think that the Sun Pirates Jolly Roger is my number 1 Jolly Roger in all of One Piece. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching to the end of the video. If you have anything to say, if you disagree with my list, if I missed a Jolly Roger that you're like, this is so cool and its meaning is so awesome, please leave it down in the comment section below. If you know meanings for some of these ones that are on my list that I didn't mention, please leave it down in the comment section. I'd love to talk with you about it. But for now, if you liked anything I had to say, like this video and subscribe to my channel. I bring you manga content every single week, along with my weekly manga rankings that I do on Thursday. So be watching out for that this Thursday. But that's all I got for you right now. So for now, this is Shonen Express, signing off.